Hello friends and welcome back. Today I want to show you my brand new greenhouse that I bought, and I've been building it slowly, but I have the bare bones up and now I'm ready to plant all of my tropical seedlings into this new greenhouse. This is the newest addition to the garden. It is a greenhouse that is polycarbonate, 6 mil thick, and it's about 8 foot at the front and about 10 foot long. And I'm going to be planting a bunch of tropical fruits in here. I have already chosen the spacing for some of the trees. They're going to be tight together because I want to maximize the space in here. But I have my Meyer lemon here. I have a guava tree that is going to go into the ground. And over here I have this mangos tree that I started from a seed about 4 or 5 years ago. So it's old enough that if I put it in the ground, I think it's going to produce flowers in a few years. And if it doesn't, then I can graft it with some of my friends' cuttings, and hopefully I can get some mangoes in this greenhouse. I also have this carambola or star fruit. I have an avocado tree that I started from a pit. I'm hoping that it produces some avocados at some point. I also have some papaya seedlings that I started from seed. I'm gonna plant a few of them in here, see if they do anything, see if they even survive. I have some soursop that I'm gonna be planting in here. And then I have this citrus seedling, and I don't remember if it's a lime or a lemon, but I started this from a seed 5 years ago. And look at the caliper. Look, the size of the trunk is nice and thick. So I'm hoping that by putting it into the ground, it will produce limes or lemons. We'll see what life gives me. So the plan for this greenhouse is to take off the roof panels during the summer months, and right now they're off. And during the winter months, I'm gonna put the panels, and then I'm going to put a little heater in here, and I'm going to be testing it out. I want to keep this greenhouse at around 35 to 38 degrees. A lot of the plants that are in here should be able to survive with that. They might not be able to thrive with that, but they will survive. So my goal is to give these trees a little bit of protection so that they survive the winter, but they should be able to grow just fine in the ground. Like in Northern Virginia, Zone 7A, this Meyer lemon should be able to survive because it survives 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Now last year we had one day where we went down to 7 degrees. So on a day like that, my little heater in here will kick on its own because it will have a thermostat, and it should keep it just about freezing. So the lemon will survive no problem. Now the guava tree, I'm not really sure about that one. The soursop is a truly tropical tree. So I'm experimenting here, and hopefully you guys can follow my channel and see what's going on in this greenhouse. I am in Northern Virginia, Zone 7A. I'm very close to DC, so doing this little greenhouse project is quite cool because there is nothing else around it like this. I have 2 friends who have greenhouse like this, and they are able to grow some lemons and some mangoes in them, but they heat them up quite a bit, and their greenhouse are very much attached to their houses, so they're like a lean-to or some sort of like that. Mine is standalone. I am about 6 foot away from the nearest structure, so I am definitely the only one having a greenhouse like this that I know about. If you have a greenhouse and you want to show it to me, I'd be more than happy to come to your house and check it out. If you live in Northern Virginia, because I am not willing to travel more than an hour. So let's get this planted into the ground and wish me luck, and hopefully I can show you this greenhouse in the middle of winter and see how things are doing, and hopefully they'll still be alive. Here's a crazy thought. If you grow 2 trees in one spot, you can grow them together in the footprint that one tree would use. So I have these seedlings of some delicious Valencia oranges that my father-in-law brought from California, and I want to put them together in one hole, and hopefully one or the other will produce some fruit at some point in the future. So to plant this, I'm going to make a decent enough hole. I already came in here with my rototiller and I till this area so the soil is nice and loose. This is a moment I've been waiting for since I bought this house, and I have had the idea of putting in a greenhouse. So this is a momentous moment for me, and let's put the first tree into my greenhouse. A nice tag here that tells me this is a Valencia orange that I started in 2022. When planting a tree, you got to select which way the branches are going to go. This seedling has 2 branches. So I'm going to put that one towards the back and the branches can grow that way. And I'm going to do the same one with this one. There we go. Now it's time to plant my Meyer lemon. I am done with my initial planting of the greenhouse, and I want to show you what it looks like now. So we have the Valencia oranges right there. They're going to be next to each other, growing as one tree. Then we have the Meyer lemon, which already has lemons in it. I'm hoping that they ripen over the winter months. I also have my guava tree. It actually produced 2 guavas this year, but they got dropped because they got a little bit heat stress because I forgot to water it. And we have the mango tree. We have some star fruit, an avocado tree from a seed that I started, some papayas, sugar apples, or soursops actually, and then the unknown citrus. And this little thing was already growing in here in this space, so I've been able to save it. It's a volunteer jalapeno, and it's going to grow there. Hopefully it will produce a few more jalapenos before the winter. The greenhouse should be able to get quite a bit of sun during the winter months because this way is facing south. The front is facing south, and the little heater will be able to provide just enough heat to prevent the ground from freezing and keep the ambient temperature right around 35 and 40 degrees. I'm also going to put in here 3 banana plants. I have a dwarf Cavendish banana, a blue rhino banana, and an Orinoco banana. And I'm going to put those towards the end of the greenhouse. I also want to put in my dragon fruit in here, but I want to build a trellis for it so it grows along the trellis. And I have a few other things that I need to put in here. My shampoo ginger that I have, I also want to put in here. There's going to be way too many plants in here, but it's going to be lovely when the winter comes and I am still gardening here in Zone 7A, Northern Virginia. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure that you are subscribed. I'll see you on the next one.